B-list actress Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, are not going to be pleased when they find this out.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all.
Spare no expense. We are not going to be intimidated into settling.
She played with fire, and now she got burnt. This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are in serious trouble, all because Justin Baldoni refuses to back down. This lawsuit is far from over, and Blake can already feel the walls closing in. She knows if she falls, it'll be a complete collapse, and she's scrambling to avoid it at all costs. But there's a major issue. Justin isn't looking for a quiet, behind-the-scenes settlement. No, he's determined to take this fight all the way to court, making sure the world knows exactly what's going on. His lawyer is speaking on his behalf, and Justin's resolve is unshakable.
Just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon. But it's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, missions, documents to prove exactly what she did, how she bullied her way through the process, take over the movie, used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Blake assumed that Justin Baldoni would eventually back down, believing he didn't have the resources to take them on. She was partly right, but also very wrong. While it's true that a high-profile legal battle comes with hefty costs, and Blake and Ryan have far more money than Justin, there's a twist she didn't see coming. What she doesn't know is that Justin isn't even footing the bill for his lawyer. In a surprising turn, a billionaire is funding Justin's fight.
One of the co-founders of Wayfair, his production company, Steve Sarowitz. And there's no sorrow with him because Steve Sarowitz is a billionaire.
Blake and Ryan may have had the upper hand in money, but thanks to Justin's billionaire backer, Steve Sarowitz, that's no longer the case. Blake Lively might have dragons, but Justin Baldoni has a dragon slayer on his side. Accusations of harassment can destroy a career unless they're completely disproven, and Justin is determined to make sure that happens. Unless Blake offers an unconditional apology and writes an 8-figure check, he's going to fight this case all the way to a verdict, just like Johnny Depp did. To make matters worse, it seems Blake's legal team isn't doing her any favors. They should be advising her to settle, but Blake refuses to apologize. She won't even consider retracting her claims that Justin is a sexual harasser. Instead, she's doubling down, as if her entire career isn't at risk. The animosity is palpable, and at this point, it's not just a court battle, it's a media war, and peace seems nowhere in sight. As for Justin, unlike many in Hollywood who scramble to protect their careers in the face of scandal, he's not playing the PR game. He's not hiding, and he's not making desperate settlements. He's standing firm, like a man with nothing to hide, determined to clear his name and leaving no stone unturned in his fight.
To clear his name. And I think that's what's happening here. I don't think Blake Lively is really Ryan. They don't need money from Justin Baldoni. They're A-list celebrities, and they're worth a lot. Same thing. I think Justin Baldoni, obviously, money is going to be that important to him, but he's fighting for his survival right now. If you have a reputation in Hollywood as being a harasser, that's a quick way to never make another film here again.
Because let's face it, Hollywood has a nasty habit of destroying careers over allegations, and Justin's not about to let that happen to him. He's determined to reclaim his good name, and perhaps more crucially, he wants back into his talent agency. They dropped him without hesitation the moment the accusations surfaced, and Justin's not willing to let that be the final chapter of his career. He's fighting to prove he's innocent, to clear his reputation, and to regain everything he's lost, not just professionally, but personally as well. His resolve is stronger than ever.
Justin Baldoni has reportedly been dropped from his talent agency WME after co-star Blake Lively, who is also represented by WME, filed a legal complaint accusing him of harassment and creating a hostile work environment on set of their blockbuster hit It Ends With Us.
If Justin settles, People will assume he has something to hide, and that could be the end of his career. He knows this, which is why he's taking this fight all the way to court. And guess what? The courts are on his side. Justin's legal team has already informed Judge Lewis Land that a settlement discussion is premature. Essentially, they're saying this case is going to trial, no questions asked. There will be no mediation, no discovery protocol, and no quietly sweeping this under the rug. Judge Land agrees. So now the stage is set for a legal showdown in March 2026, one of the biggest Hollywood has ever seen. But here's where it gets even uglier. This lawsuit isn't just a legal nightmare for Blake. It's the beginning of a full-blown career collapse. Her once thriving hair care line, which she constantly promoted during the It Ends With Us tour, is tanking. People have started boycotting her brand, sales are plummeting, and investors are backing out faster than Blake can manage the damage control. It's spiraling out of her control, and things are only getting worse.
Allegedly, Target has claimed customers are returning Blake Lively's hair care line like Brown in droves. So they are pulling all of her merchandise off their shelves because they are losing profit.
Blake's credibility is in ruins, and her brand is paying the price. But if you think that's bad, just wait. Her cocktail line, Betty Buzz, is next on the chopping block. This lawsuit has escalated beyond just a legal battle. It's now a full-blown career collapse, and Blake is watching it unfold in real time. Ryan's feeling the heat too. Disney is far from happy if you haven't heard. Ryan allegedly mocked Justin Baldoni in certain scenes of Deadpool 3 *. Rumor has it that he's been told to tone down his edgy humor, or he's out of the franchise altogether. Imagine Deadpool * without Ryan Reynolds. That sounds almost impossible, but Disney isn't kidding around. They weren't impressed with how Ryan supposedly bullied Justin, and now they're making him pay the price. Ryan's left with an ultimatum: soften his comedy or walk away from Deadpool *. It's a tough situation, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all. This pettiness, these jokes, this isn't something you joke about. I'm with Justin's lawyer in this. This is a hugely sad thing to discover that Blake and Ryan thought this was worthy fodder to joke about, because I don't find it funny. I thought we weren't supposed to find it funny. It's not a he said, she said. It's da-da-da-da. Why were you cracking jokes about it in the movie? I'm sorry.
But here's where it gets even more shocking: money. A lot of it. We're talking about a staggering $400 million on the line. This isn't just about the lawsuit or career damage anymore. With every brand and project in jeopardy, Blake and Ryan are staring down the possibility of losing a fortune that could take years to rebuild. It's not just the cost of defending themselves legally, but the long-term financial fallout from these accusations. The pressure is mounting, and the financial stakes have never been higher.
Actor and director Justin Baldoni has sued his co-star Blake Lively and her husband, Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds, for defamation. Baldoni's suit seeks at least $400 million for damages that include lost future income.
This lawsuit is about a staggering amount of money: $400 million. Evaluators have taken a close look at Blake and Ryan's finances, and if they lose, they could face bankruptcy. Years of hard work building their careers could vanish overnight, leaving them with nothing but the daunting task of starting over from scratch if Hollywood even lets them back in. This isn't just a lawsuit. It's doomsday for Blake and Ryan. And it doesn't end there. The fallout is spreading fast. As brand ambassadors for some of the biggest companies in the world, Blake and Ryan have lucrative deals at risk. These companies don't tolerate bad press, and if this lawsuit continues to drag their names through the mud, those contracts will be gone. Goodbye to those multi-million-dollar endorsements. At some point, you have to ask, was it all worth it? All Blake had to do was apologize, that's it. Swallow her pride, admit she was wrong, and move on. But no, she thought she could take down Justin, and now it looks like Justin is the one taking them down in the most brutal legal way possible. It's hard to see how they come out of this unscathed, and honestly, they've only got themselves to blame. If you want to stay updated, hit the like button and subscribe.